Good morning, good afternoon, depending on when you're watching this recorded video. My name is Brad Brown and I work for an organization called Education Quest Foundation. Education Quest Foundation is a nonprofit agency funded through a permanent endowment. And what that means to you is everything we do is free. So we're an extension to your school counseling office. We have a lot of great web tools on our web page. And at the end of this presentation, I'll show you a picture of our web page. But today we're going to discuss building your future by exploring college. So why is it important to pursue higher education to begin with? Well, greater wealth. Somebody with a college degree, as opposed to somebody with a high school diploma, is going to earn about $25,000 more per year. But you're not going to work for just a year. You're going to work for about 40 years of your lifetime. So if you times that by 40, now you're talking around $1 million more in your lifetime. Job security. Somebody with a college degree is more employable, so the unemployment rate for them is much lower. When we look at before the pandemic, the unemployment rate for somebody with a high school diploma was a little over 4%. Somebody with a college degree, you were talking about 1.5%. And then the pandemic hit, and as of May, that unemployment rate for somebody with a high school diploma jumped to over 15%. Somebody with a 4-year bachelor's degree, that unemployment rate was a little below 7%. So that's a pretty wide gap when we're talking about employability. Better health. Somebody that's employed is more likely to be insured through that employer's insurance plan, also to belong to a health club. A closer family. So parents that have a college degree are more likely to read to their children. They're also more likely to expose them to other events such as concerts and plays. A stronger community. Somebody with a college degree is more likely to vote. They're also more likely to be involved within the community that they live in. So that is 5 ways that education pays. So what do we mean by college? Well, college can include a lot of different things, but when we talk about college, there's career schools. So career schools are typically programs that are less than a year's length and time. So they focus on technical trades such as cosmetology. Community college, you're going to be talking about certificates or diplomas that could be less than 2 years. They also offer associate degree programs, which are 2 years in length. And then they'll have a general education transfer program, which is a 2-year associate degree focusing on general studies that can transfer into a 4-year program. So then those credits will transfer into a college or university that offers a 4-year degree, such as a bachelor's degree, but they're going to offer advanced degrees also, such as master's and doctorate degrees. Some of you may be looking at the military as an option. And when you're in the military, you'll have education opportunities, but you'll also be able to build up your GI Bill and then use that GI Bill to help pay for college expenses. Some may be looking at apprenticeships where you're going to be matched with a certified expert in that area. So you're going to work under a certified expert, and then you'll probably take some classroom instruction along with that. So getting started. Number 1, you need to ask for help. There's lots of people that you can ask for help. My guess is you don't have all the answers to the college planning process. So reach out to your school counselor, a coach, a mentor, youth group leader, your parents. Again, they can help you with that process. So that's how we start this process. If you need some answers, ask the questions. Create a 4-year coursework plan to ensure admission to colleges that interest you. And then you might look into dual credit or AP courses. So if your high school offers that, you can get credit while you're in high school and also get credit for college coursework. And that can be very beneficial because it can save you money in the long run. Improve your study skills. Learn to take notes when you're in high school, because when you move to college, there's a lot less classroom time, and you're going to have to be able to manage your time and do a lot of work outside of the classroom. So learning to take notes is very important. I mentioned time management. Use a planner, because again, you're going to be doing a lot of work outside the classroom. So you need to be able to manage your time so you're focusing on your coursework. Create an activities resume. This allows you to organize your activities, your awards, your honors in a format that's saved online on our website. And it's just really beneficial when you're filling out admissions applications and scholarship applications. I wish I would have had an activities resume when I was looking at college. And again, that was many years ago, but if I would have had that activities resume, I applied to 3 different schools that really interested me. I filled out my first application for admission off the top of my head, and I'm sure I missed some things that I did when I was in middle school and high school. And then I filled out my second application for admission, didn't make a photocopy of my first one, and I know that I probably missed things that I put on my first one. And those things can be beneficial when you're applying for admission and applying for scholarship opportunities. So that activities resume, again, allows you to organize all your information, save it, and it's helpful when you're filling out applications. Learn how to budget. All of us have bills, so we need to be able to budget our money and then learn how to save some of that money. And where that becomes important, saving some money is less that you have to borrow when you're in college. You can see the website, themint.org/teens, gives you some tools for budgeting. Stay on course to college. By taking these courses, you'll be better prepared for admission to any college in Nebraska. 4 years of English, 4 years of math, 3 years of social science, 3 years of natural sciences, and 2 to 4 years of world language. So make sure you're working with your school counselor to make sure that you're on track so you can get admitted to any of the colleges that interest you. So finding the right fit. Before you choose a college, explore some career options. Ask yourself, what do you like to do? What classes are you good at? If you can answer those questions, it will help you in your career choices. And then you'll see in that little bubble down below, we have multiple links to sites to explore careers. So some of those sites might have interest inventories where they're asking you questions about what you like to do, so it can match you with some different careers. So it might ask you, do you like working with computers? Do you like working outdoors? Do you like working with people? And again, it matches you with some different career interests based on what you like to do. It's a series of questions, 40 to 50 questions, and then matches you. And some of the websites will just have information about different careers. So if you get a chance, take a look at that website. And then you have the Nebraska Career Education Model. You'll see in the middle the core academics. These are essential knowledge and skills for all students. And then on the outside, you're going to see 6 major career fields that represent broad sectors within the job market, which students may choose to focus on. So when we look at that outside wheel, those 6 fields, here are some jobs or careers within those 6 sectors. So if we look at a welder, that falls within the skilled and technical sciences. You need a 2-year certificate. It pays $18 an hour, a little over $37,000 per year. A firefighter is going to fall in the human services area. Public relations manager is going to fall in the business marketing and management area. And then physician assistant, the health sciences. That requires a 4-year bachelor's degree plus a 2-year master's degree, but you're going to earn a lot more money, $44 per hour, a little over $90,000 per year. So create a career plan. A career plan helps you determine your skills and interests, what career best suits your talents and likes, and what skills and training you need for that chosen career. The plan gives you direction and it gives you focus. Get a reality check. This is a tool that is on our website. We all like to live a certain lifestyle. Well, if your chosen career doesn't pay enough for you to live your desired lifestyle, you may need to make some changes. And does that mean, do you look at different careers to meet your lifestyle? Or do you adjust your lifestyle to meet the career that you want? That's some answers that reality check will give you. Research colleges. On our website, we have college profiles. College profiles allows you to select different parameters that you're looking for in a college. So maybe you're looking at a college in Nebraska. and you're looking at a college in Kansas. So it narrows it down to the colleges within Nebraska and Kansas. And then maybe you're looking to major in engineering. So it's going to narrow it down to the colleges within those two states that offer engineering. Size of the institution, cost of the institution. So those are just some additional factors that you can choose to help narrow down your college choice. There's many other factors that you can pick to help narrow down that choice. And then you can save your choices on our website. Explore college campuses, whether that's virtually or if you can go on an on-campus tour. I know this is not a great analogy. I think it's an analogy nonetheless, but I always ask students, would you buy a car sight unseen? And the answer is no. I want to see if everything works. I want to see if it starts. I want to see if it's the right color. It costs a lot of money when I buy a car. Well, it costs a lot of money when you go to college. So you want to make sure it's the right fit also. So make sure you're reaching out to the colleges. If you can get on campus visits, great. Ask the questions that you need to ask. And you see that there's 45 colleges just in Nebraska. So types of college degrees. You have diplomas and certificates. Those are typically less than a year's time period. And then again, they're typically tied to trades. An associate degree is going to be a 2-year degree. And again, you may do an academic transfer. You transfer some of those credits into a bachelor's degree, where a bachelor's degree is going to be a 4-year degree at a college or university. Then you have your master's degree, which is usually another year or two beyond that bachelor's degree. And the doctorate degree is the most advanced degree that's offered. So paying for college, learn how much it costs to attend a college. So when we talk about costs, they're going to budget at the college for tuition and fees, books and supplies, and room and board. Tuition is going to be your instruction. Fees, there's going to be fees for the health facility. There's going to be fees for computer labs, for parking. So those are all different services that the college offers that you're going to pay fees for. So take advantage of those because you're paying for them. Books and supplies are going to be used for your classroom instruction. Room and board, room is your dormitory, board is your meal plan. So if we look at the different sectors we have here, 2-year community college, 4-year public college, 4-year private and career school, a 2-year community college, including all those factors, tuition and fees, books and supplies, room and board, it's going to run about $14,400 per year. When we average those out for using sort of the middle road of those costs. But let's say the student is going to college fairly close to home and they're going to commute. Well, now you don't owe room and board. You've lived at home for the last 18 years once you go to college. So the family, it isn't an additional expense. So now maybe all you have to really focus on is what do I owe in tuition and fees and books and supplies. So now that's going to run about $4,000 to $5,000 per year. Some of you may be looking at a 4-year public college. Those total costs are going to be about $19,400. Again, if you live at home and go to college, what you owe the college is going to be about $10,000. Excuse me. A 4-year private college, you're talking around $40,000 plus. Now, we will certainly tell students don't eliminate a private school right off the bat, because those schools may have more endowed funds where they can offer you some institutional aid that discounts that price lower than what a public school costs. And you just don't know that until you apply and see what they have to offer. So don't eliminate that private school right off the bat. If you're interested, see what they have to offer and then make that decision. And then you have career schools. They typically are not going to have any housing. So tuition and fees, books and supplies are going to run you about $19,500 for a school like that. Now, if you're going to live off campus on your own, you're still going to have those costs, and the college will budget for that. So learn about financial aid. It's money awarded to help pay for college expenses that I talked about in that previous slide: tuition and fees, books and supplies, room and board. The FAFSA form, you're going to hear that acronym quite a bit. It's a very important form to apply for most financial aid that's offered. It allows you to apply for federal financial aid. It allows you to apply for the state grant in the state of Nebraska. It allows you to apply for work study. And a lot of colleges use that information for some other institutional aid that they have to offer. I don't want to call it a catch-all application, but it's a really important application to apply for most financial aid that the college has to offer. So just be aware of that acronym. Know that you have to file it in your senior year. So you won $1,000 in a Why I Want to Go to College essay contest. That's an example of a scholarship. And a scholarship is gift money that you don't have to repay. It's based on merit of some type, or an academic talent, an athletic talent, a music talent. There are many different scholarships based on a lot of different criteria. You work at a college cafeteria to help pay tuition. That's an example of work study. Work study is like having a job typically on campus. It could be off campus, but it's a way to earn a little bit of money while you're going to school to help with incidental expenses. You do have to qualify for the program, and you have to fill out the FAFSA form to determine eligibility for that. You complete the FAFSA and a college financial aid application and receive $3,000 that you don't have to pay back. That's an example of a federal grant program. And grants you don't have to repay either. It's based strictly on financial need. So grants and scholarship or gift money, you don't have to repay. Work study, you're working for that money. You don't have to repay that either. Now you borrow $2,000 for college that you will have to pay back. That is an example of a student loan. So that's why you want to exhaust all those other resources first. Scholarships, grants, work study, and then student loans can come in to help fill the gap if you need to do that. But when you borrow student loan money, you're going to have to repay it, and you're going to have to repay it with interest. So you're going to pay back more than you borrow. Position yourself to earn scholarships. Do well in school. Work on your GPA. Take the ACT test. Now, there are a lot of scholarships based on a lot of different criteria. Some are based on GPA, some are based on ACT score. So that's why it's important you focus in that area. But I don't want you to be discouraged, because there are some scholarships based on other criteria. If I'm a scholarship donor, I may offer a scholarship to somebody that goes into the business field. I want to go to a student that's a first generation college student, the first one in their household to get a 4-year bachelor's degree. And I want it to go to somebody that does community service. So the criteria I'm using has nothing to do with GPA or ACT score. So that's why it's important you get involved in different activities, because there can be scholarships based on band and choir or music. There are sports scholarships that are out there. You get involved in some school clubs, you take a leadership role that can benefit you when you're looking for scholarship opportunities. And then it's important to track your activities through an activities resume. Save some money for college. So if you're getting birthday money and holiday money, if you can save a portion of that, maybe you have a summer job or a year-round job and you can save a little bit of that money. Maybe you can ask your parents to start a college savings plan to save a little bit of money. Any little bit you save is less that you have to borrow in the long run to help fund some of your education. And again, if you borrow that money, you have to repay it with interest. So here's just an example of somebody that's spending money daily. So we just think it's really important that you pay attention to how you're spending your money. So in this example, somebody's spending money on food and drink, $15 a day. If you do that 5 days a week for the year, you're basically spending almost $4,000 over the year. And maybe your vice isn't food or drink. Maybe you're buying video games and things. I'm not telling you not to spend some money on yourself, but maybe you can save a little bit of money here and there, and you can see that it adds up over time. And then this is our website. And on our website, if you use some of the tools on our website, you're going to have to build a My Education Quest account to get into some of those tools. The activities resume, you'll have to have a My Education Quest account. I already talked about what the activities resume is. College Funding Estimator, it estimates information on the results of the FAFSA. It doesn't give you the total results, but it'll give you some estimates of what that FAFSA will come about with. The College Planning Timeline, tasks to complete freshman year through your senior year for college planning. College profiles I mentioned, FAFSA tools. We have a demo of doing the FAFSA form online. So it runs you through sort of step-by-step filling out the FAFSA. We have a FAFSA checklist, things you need to have in front of you when you're filling out that FAFSA. We talked about Reality Check. Scholarship Quest is a Nebraska-based scholarship search program. We have a little over 2,000 scholarships in that database. It allows you to select some parameters. So as you're going through, it's going to have you build a profile about yourself. You'll have drop-down boxes to answer questions, and you click on anything that applies to you. It takes you maybe 20 to 30 minutes to build your profile, and then it searches that database. So it's a much quicker way to look for scholarships than looking through books. Not that there aren't books out there in the library that you can look through also, but you can do some things online, some searches like our Scholarship Quest. If you go to Scholarship Quest, there's actually a jump page. It'll tell you a little bit about it. And then we have some links to some national scholarship search sites. And we don't recommend that you pay for anything, so all those sites are free. We have Spanish resources. We have blog articles on admission and financial aid and other areas, upcoming events, things that we're doing across the state. So what will you do to start planning for college now? Having a plan helps you stay focused and helps you establish a purpose to reach your goal. Higher education allows you to pursue a career that inspires you. It opens up doors and creates opportunities for your future. If we were doing this in person, I would give you $100,000 to get started, but instead, I guess I'm gonna have to eat it myself tonight. So thanks for listening. Good luck with your college planning adventure.